Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has spoken of more than 60,000 people being displaced from their homes in the northern part of Israel for an entire year now. And with me is Anat Yellows, a professional, an insurance professional who's been displaced from her home in northern Israel. What part of northern Israel did you live in?
We live in Shlomi. It's 2 kilometers from Lebanon.
Just 2 kilometers from the
Yeah,
border in
two
Lebanon.
kilometers from the border. Yeah,
And Anat, how bad was the situation there when you were forced to evacuate?
it was very bad. We're living under the rockets, under the alarms. We couldn't have normal life. My personal situation was that my sister was passed away the day after the 7th of October, and we couldn't have a funeral. It was under the rocket, under the alarms, and we couldn't mourn even more in our house because we were forced to evacuate it.
And how many people live in Shlomi? When I was going to northern part of Israel, we crossed a signboard that said Shlomi, and there were many barricades en route because I believe the army is now taking over that area.
Yeah, there we have a lot of army there, and we have 9,000 people in Shlomi, and no one stayed there.
No one.
No one, no.
So
We are in
what's happening to
hotels.
your homes there for the past 1 year?
My house is empty, ruined. I don't know. I haven't been there for 4 months. I don't know what's happening there. There's many houses that was damaged from the rocket. We don't go there. I'm afraid to go there. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to find when I will when I will come back. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I really don't know.
I can hear that pain, that grief in your voice, and I'm sorry to be taking you through all those painful memories. But in the past 1 year, before you evacuated from there, what was life like?
It was a wonderful place, full of joy, heaven, a green, by the nature, by the forest, by the beach. It was a beautiful place, yeah. But we always know that we are living in a dangerous place. We know that the Hezbollah is there and that they are just waiting for the right time to attack us.
So, what your government is doing right now, is that the correct thing to do, to send in, to target Hassan Nasrallah and the Hezbollah leadership and then send in ground forces?
We know that our government is doing the right thing right now. We have to strike back, and because we won't go home, we won't come back home if it won't be secure. They have to do it. They don't have a choice.
And to be secure, it means ensure there is no Hezbollah in southern Lebanon.
Yeah, the Hezbollah had agreement at about 2006. They had to be over the Litani. The agreement was broken by the Hezbollah after 3 days. We can't trust them. We're afraid, and we won't come back home because we know they are in the tunnels, and now we are waiting. We are waiting to Israel, the Israeli army, to do what they have to do.
What about, your social life, school life of children, college life of children, their social life? Everything must have been thrown out of gear. Your own life with your family. Past 1 year, you living cramped in one room. Do you have a life? What?
No, we don't have a life. We don't have privacy. We don't have life. We can't. I left my job. I have to take care of my parents. My parents are here with me. My father is 80 years old. And some of the people here can go back to their work. Many of residents of Shlomi are evacuated to Jerusalem, to Tel Aviv, to the Dead Sea. They can't go back to their job, so they have to leave.
So how are they living? On government dole?
Yeah, the government are taking care of us. We have free meals here. We have all what we need in the hotel. but it's not life, and we want to go back to our houses.
That is that one request of the number of people we've spoken to. Not everyone's either comfortable talking to cameras or talking to the world about their plight or speak English, but all of them have just one request: we want our lives back. They want to get back to their homes, their kibbutz, their kafars, their villages, their towns, their cities. And when I was reporting from some parts of northern Israel, whether it's Akko or we tried to get to Metula, but we could not because the army is taken over and there's intense shelling in Metula. But that's a very beautiful part of Israel. Indeed, very green, very fertile, blue ocean, white sand, quite a remarkable place. And let's see how quickly is this situation resolved and people are able to get back to their homes and get their lives back. Anat, for joining me here on India Today. Many thanks.
You're welcome.
Gaurav Sawant in Haifa, northern Israel, for India Today.